In this video, we will show you how to install your extendable tow mirrors on this Ford F-150. You'll have these mounted to each of your front doors. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. With your door open, we're going to be removing this corner piece of trim panel. To remove this, use a plastic trim tool so you're sure you're not going to cause any damage to your painted surface. Just make our way in between, gently pry it out. Just pop that out of place. Have a quick inspection here. We're looking at all of our locking tabs. Have a quick peek in here. With that panel out of the way, we can see our wiring harness. We'll start up at the electrical connector. It has a locking tab. You just want to go ahead and press that in, disconnect this. A quick inspection for corrosion. You'll find that you have one small securing point here. For this, you can just go ahead and pull it out of place. You can use a small prying device if necessary. We'll hang that aside. Now you're going to find that you have 4 pieces of mounting hardware. You have 2 10mm mounting bolts and 2 10mm mounting nuts. We'll start with the mounting bolts. Continuing on to the mounting nuts, as you remove the final one, you want to make sure you're holding onto the mirror. Let's remove the mirror from the door. There it is, friend. Let's prepare the brand new mirror for installation. In this area, you're going to install a plastic panel. Now looking at the plastic panel, you're going to find that you have several tabs. We want to make sure that we have those aligned with their corresponding ports on the mirror itself. Once we have that aligned, go ahead and press it into the locked position. Okay, feels as though it wants to slide in. Let's press it in. Could hear all those locking tabs gripping in. We'll go ahead and give that a quick wiggle, making sure it's properly secured so it's not going to vibrate on us while we're driving down the road. Now we're going to continue on to our mounting hardware. Your kit came with 2 studs for each one of your mirrors. We'll be putting these on this inboard side here, close to where the electrical connector is. The outboard side is going to have those mounting bolts. When installing the studs, you want to make sure you're installing the coarse thread portion into the plastic portion of the mirror. For this, you're going to be using a 10mm to drive it in. Once it feels as though it wants to bottom out, we'll just take it a tiny bit further here. Keep in mind we are only screwing into plastic. We do not want to cause any damage. Just double check to make sure that's completely tight and secure. Repeat the process for the next one. Okay, right there's bottomed out. Just a tiny bit further to confirm it's properly secured. Let's get this over to the vehicle. Let's bring this into position here. Be extremely careful, bring it up towards the vehicle. There we are. Now once you have that pressed in, we'll continue on with our mounting nuts. Typically for these, I like to use some blue thread locker. These mirrors are considerably heavier than the original mirrors. Okay, we have all the mounting hardware started in. Let's go ahead and snug it up. The torque for this is going to be 80 inch-pounds. It's time for our wiring harness. We'll start with the electrical connector. Go ahead and press that in, listen for a click. double check, make sure that's secured in place. We'll make our way down to the anchor point, slide it right over the stud. Has those locking ears, grips right in. It's time for the plastic trim panel. We'll align the locking tabs with their corresponding ports on the door panel and the door itself. Once it feels as though it's lined up, go ahead and press it in. A couple light taps to confirm everything's properly secured. Okay friend, we finished the installation of one side of our vehicle's tow mirror. Of course, the process for one side of the vehicle will be the exact same thing as the other. After you've completed that, you want to make sure you set it to your preferences and then take your vehicle for a road test. Thanks for watching.